Good, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're from. This is Kavita Ramchan from Life Success Coaching in Mauritius. So I'm continuing to read to you the book You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, my mentor. And we are still on chapter 3. We're going to complete it soon. Bob is the one who was one of the main teachers in the book The Secret and the Law of Attraction, which gave the world the knowledge of the law of attraction. Now this is his own book that he's written called You Were Born Rich because everyone is born rich. It's just a matter of we need to become aware of how rich we are. So let me continue reading the book to you. We were on chapter 3 and we were talking about the story of Paul Hutsey. Okay, and Bob says that this why he's mentioning this story. He says this chapter cannot be completed without Paul Hutsey's story. Okay, because he is one of the best examples he can quote on somebody who changed his the image he had of himself and saw his results change like magic. Okay, so let me continue. Last time you saw that Paul wanted to know where he would be traveling because he wanted to be with him when he was going to be doing his seminars. And Bob had told Paul that, anyways, I'm coming to your city also because I've got the contract for the whole company, and but that was going to be another 6 weeks. So Paul said, no, I want to be with you at every seminar. Is it okay if I come? Bob said, sure. So now we continue. Nevertheless, since we weren't going to be there for at least 6 weeks, he explained that he wanted to join me immediately. So, at his own expense, he flew some 600 miles to spend 3 days with me. We went together from Litchfield, Illinois to LaSalle, Illinois. We spent hours talking as we were driving from one city to another, and he sat in the seminar and took copious notes all day long. In the evening, we would spend more hours conversing. Finally, Paul returned to Wichita and started to apply these ideas. Specifically, he started to work with the proper image, and as a result, the sales started to climb. For some strange reason, Paul's superiors saw fit to move him from Wichita, where he had been for a number of years, to Pittsburgh, Kansas, where the district office stood in 163rd position. This certainly didn't seem like a very fitting reward for all the effort he had advanced on the company's behalf. Still, Paul accepted the move as a challenge, and a mere 6 months later, the district in Pittsburgh, Kansas stood number 11 in the entire Prudential Insurance Company. Here, I want to bring your attention to the fact that he got a promotion, okay, to another company, which was in 163. The position from where he was 173, something like that. And he was working on his image, and then he got this promotion. And it didn't seem like it was what he wanted, but it was one step further, yes, but it was not what he really wanted. But he accepted that challenge. And he kept on working on his self image, and then he reached number 11. Each year, Paul Prudential recognizes the top 52 districts, which is the top 10%, by awarding them a citation. The Pittsburgh district had not had a citation in 9 years. But just a short 6 months after Paul Hutsey took over the helm, they were in the top 2%. Just 2 years later, they missed the number one spot by a matter of a few percentage points. Today, Paul Hutsey is Vice President of Sales in Houston, Texas for the Southwestern Territory. Clearly, he is a man who learned well the awesome power of an image held in the mind. If you were to talk to Paul Hutsey today, he would be quick to tell you that he will never let the present results dictate the image that he holds in his mind. Rather, he holds the image of what he wants and then acts as if he already has it. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, just a simple shift in the way you think can shift your whole life. Paul Hutsey is without question one of the best examples you will ever find when it comes to the subject of building an image in the mind and then executing it. He has become a serious student of the mind, and I am happy to count him among my good friends. So there, sorry about that. So here, this is where I want to tell you also that without an image, your life is not going anywhere. And the moment somebody builds that image of what he wants for his life, the universe comes and helps you. I remember for me how it was. I had lost the power of creating an image in my mind. After questioning my brother's death for so long, I spiraled very negatively because I was thinking of what I didn't want for the longest time. How did he die? How did he die? And I wanted to know how I attracted that. I guess it was all part of the process of my awakening, but I had to experience that. Otherwise, I would never have known where I had fallen and how I came back. And coming back, all I wanted to do was share this with the world because this is knowledge that can transform life. It transformed my life. And how I did it was I didn't know about the power of an image. I didn't. But by listening to Bob's voice, and not just the voice, but the energy behind the voice, because he's someone who has already who was at that time living in harmony with God's laws, the laws of the universe, the laws of nature, however you want to call it. And that's a vibration, that's energy and vibration. So if somebody's speaking with the vibration of that knowledge or living it, not just knowing about it, there's a vast difference because everybody knows everything. Everybody knows that they should not be telling lies. How many people actually implement that? Because the moment something comes to scare them, they lie. I was there also. We've all gone through that. And to be able to stand up and say, no, as from today, I am going to speak only the truth. As from today, I'm not going to lower my standards. It's just going to be here. That's it. So, how many of us do that? If you do, you'll start to build the image of the person you want to become. And you hold on to that image by law, by the law of cause and effect, by the law of the universe. The image has to move into form. There's no two other ways. So, if anybody puts this knowledge in practice, it's going to work. But if somebody doesn't put it in practice and just reads it or listens to this and say, yeah, I know all that, everybody knows everything. You want to see your results. Are your results reflecting what you already know you should be earning or you should be getting? Are your results reflecting that? If not, then there's a gap. And if there's a gap, you just know that you can fill it up by this education. So thank you everyone for your attention, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye bye.